Hey guys, it's Sandeep from Wireless, and in today's video we'll be taking a look at the review of the HTC U11 Plus. So this smartphone was just announced in India officially yesterday at a price point of Rs 56,990. It'll be available starting from today exclusively through Flipkart, and it'll come in an amazing silver color. But we have a special edition translucent version here for you in this review, and we are actually on the way to Nandi Hills. We picked up some coffee on the way, and now Amru and I are going to head to Nandi Hills, shoot some footage, get some samples, and bring you a really good review. In terms of design, the U11 Plus is quite similar to the U11 and the U Ultra that preceded it. But what's different this time around is that you get a taller and narrower body because of the 18:9 aspect ratio display compared to 16:9 aspect ratio of its predecessors. So you still get the beautiful glass back. In this case, it's a translucent version, but you'll get the silver version in India, which also looks really good, albeit a bit reflective. Luckily, they also include a cleaning cloth in the box itself. So this, you can see the components that's underneath through the casing itself, and that looks really good, especially in the flesh. India will also be getting a special ceramic black variant, but that'll be launched at a later date. The smartphone also has an aluminum mid-frame, and moving up front you have a Super LCD 6 unit. It's a 2880 by 1440 pixel unit with Corning Gorilla Glass 5, and it's good indoors, but outside when you come under direct sunlight or even in slightly overcast conditions such as this, the display doesn't look all that great. It's reflective, the brightness is not good enough. Even if you set it manually or if you toggle auto brightness, it does seem a bit subpar. But other than that, the sharpness is on point, you have good refresh rate, you have good colors, etc. Now when it comes to the overall look and feel, this was a smartphone that was actually intended to be a Pixel device. It was supposed to be the original Pixel 2 XL, but then Google decided against it and they went ahead with LG, which made the current Pixel 2 XL. Now I actually feel that that's a good decision that they went with that, because two things. One is the display itself. Regardless of how overhyped the issue with the Pixel 2 XL display has been, it's still an OLED unit which is much better in terms of brightness, contrast ratio, etc., and performs a whole lot better than this. And other than that, I also feel that the build quality, even though it's good, it still doesn't feel as unique as the Pixel range of devices and would have felt a bit out of place, especially when you compare to the regular Pixel 2 device itself. At the back you get a fingerprint scanner. It's really accurate, really fast, and is an always active unit. You get two speakers. The boom sound setup is actually pretty loud, and that's one thing that's missing on the current Pixel 2 XL. The boom sound setup, you have one at the back, at the bottom, which is actually a bottom firing speaker, and you also have a top speaker, the earpiece, which also doubles up as a loudspeaker. So in terms of the total volume output, it is actually better than the Pixel 2 XL, and even in terms of audio quality, this is better than the Pixel 2 XL. Now, in terms of the processor, it's powered by a Snapdragon 835 chipset. You get two variants, one with 64 gigs of onboard storage and 4 gigs of RAM, while the other comes with 128 gigs of onboard storage and 6 gigs of RAM. Now performance is not really an issue. It does feel really good, really fluid, and even gaming is pretty good as well, and I've not really faced much of an issue with overheating or any lag. But what I don't like is the Sense UI, especially if you're comparing it to a smartphone such as the Pixel 2 XL, which this was also intended to be. It's actually not that smooth, and it does feel a bit heavy in terms of the overall look and feel and even the customizations. You still get the squeeze functionality, which unlocks the camera and stuff like that, but it's still not as great as stock Android or perhaps some of the other UIs out there. Now when it comes to a battery, it has a massive 3930 mAh battery under the hood, and larger battery doesn't always mean better battery life, but in this particular case it actually does handle really well, and you get around 8 hours of screen on time on good days and perhaps around 7 hours of screen on time on most days, which is actually a bit better than the Pixel 2 XL. Had this been running stock Android and had it had some of the optimizations that Google has done with the Pixel series, this could have been even better perhaps. Other than that, the camera is perhaps the main attraction on this device. It features almost identical hardware, albeit with a slightly wider aperture. So this has 12 megapixels of resolution, f1.7 aperture lens, 1.14 micron pixel size, and it's a single lens unit just like the Pixel devices. However, when it comes to the actual image quality, it's actually not all that great. It's quite a bit far away from the Pixel lineup of devices if you compare the image quality, the dynamic range, sharpness, and even the shutter speed itself. Now, I know many of you out there had asked whether this actually improves quite a bit if you use the Google Pixel camera APK, and we did try it, but the results were kind of mixed. On the front-facing camera, which is actually a better unit than the Pixel 1 since this has f2.0 aperture compared to f2.4, but the same 8 megapixels of resolution as the Pixel devices, it did take slightly better photos compared to the stock Android app, the stock HTC app that comes with it. But the rear camera didn't really improve much in terms of image quality or the dynamic range when shot on Pixel camera software or the HTC software. The difference was really negligible, and overall camera quality is not quite as good as Pixel. What it does really well though is the audio recording during videos. If you want to check it out, do make sure to hit our camera review of the U11 Plus in the description below. Now, other than that, this is a smartphone that's actually pretty much worth the price of $56,990. Sure, you don't get the kind of things that you get from the Pixel devices, the unlimited storage backup, the unlimited video backup at 4K resolution. You don't get the stock Android experience, and perhaps the camera quality is not all that great. Now, HTC did launch this at a price of rupees 56,990, which would have been really attractive had the Pixel 2 and Pixel 2 XL not received price cuts. But considering that they are available at quite a bit cheaper rate right now, it would probably make a better decision to go for the Pixel 2 XL rather than this, unless you are really big on battery life, if you want the better audio quality speakers and also the better audio recording during videos. So that was our review of the HTC U11 Plus. Let us know what you thought about the phone as well as this video in the comment section below. Please do hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.